This is the Dogecoin one-year overview reading for the year of 2023. It's currently December 19th, 2022, 9:06 p.m. Eastern Time. And the overall theme and behavior, guys, we've got an interesting combo here. There's the Ace of Cups crossed with the Ace of Wands. So we have a decline that offers, stand out on a multi-year chart, a decline that offers an opportunity to open up a long position. And then a rally into a resistance level that'll stand out as a prominent crest or peak on a multi-year chart. It'll stand out. Doesn't mean it's the highest high, but it'll stand out on a chart. What do I mean by prominent? Like this is a prominent peak. This is a prominent peak and the highest high, but this is a prominent peak, prominent peak, prominent peak, prominent peak. You know, so you get the idea there. So quite a bit of opportunity and probably quite a bit of range between high and low, as well as a lot of price movement back and forth volatility-wise. I am advised to open up some protection early in the year, it looks like. And it's important to point out here we've got this opportunity here early in the year at a high. We have these high correlators in January, and in the midst of a rally to the February high, there's an opportunity to open up some protection. So that would be where I'd probably do that. And I'll get into the specifics of all the trades at the end of the video if this is the paid version. If this is the public version, unfortunately, that's only for the paid people. But you could definitely sign up for that, and you get it emailed, the paid link emailed to you ahead of the public version even coming out. The paid version has all what we see as the best trades for the time period and how to trade them, basically. As a thank you and a much appreciation to those that have chosen to help support the channel. With that said, behavior around the highest high for the year, there's out of a decline, there's a notable move higher, marking the end of the period of decline, a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of that decline. And then from the lowest low point for the year, there's a notable move higher, successfully turning resistance into new support. So it looks like probably we hit a low, and then out of that low we create new support out of resistance, would be my sense. As far as where we are in the 10-year overview, so I went in and did the Eso-Meta portion. I'll probably do an updated 10-year, but I went in and did the Eso-Meta pattern recognition portion and uncovered that we actually have a high here in 2025. It looks like 2025-ish. Somewhere in there. And where we are right now is this would have been the selling down from an overbought peak, right? And then we successfully turned, that's this one, and then we successfully turned, matter of fact, yeah, and then we successfully turned resistance into new support. And you can see this was significant resistance. We popped through it, came back down, and we're now utilizing it as support. That would put us here roughly at the Ace of Discs, rotating along support and a key opportunity, trade opportunity on a multi-year scale. We should see a notable move higher, especially since we haven't seen this rally, this Ace of Swords or Ace of Wands rally yet. And it's like a lot of the other 2022 readings that we saw bullish stuff, and it hasn't transpired yet, but we should see that relatively soon into 2023 based on that. In any case, that's what it's looking like. We'll probably see that rally into here in 2023. You can see we got this Ace of Wands here, Princess of Wands here, very similar energies as well. I'm sorry, guys, my dog is barking. Hermes, what are you doing, bud? So, each cluster, if you're not familiar with Eso-Meta, each cluster here is it represents 1 month. Each card represents going across horizontally. It represents about 2 weeks of time. So you have to give it about 2 weeks of wiggle room, sometimes a little bit more than that in some cases, but for the most part it should line up, and the sequence of events will remain accurate even when we have a little wiggling. So we start off with prominent high for the year here in January. It's at a resistance level. There's the resistance level in early January offers an opportunity to position oneself in both directions, utilizing that resistance level, price level as kind of like a mean point. There'll be quite a bit of movement there that offers an opportunity to do that. It's correlated to the Ace of Swords as well, so a prominent high correlation here most likely, and we're bound by the bottom, bound by a range at the bottom of the at January's low. Also correlates to the Ace of Cups. In a lot of cases, Ace of Cups is a lowest low type of deal. I'm not so sure that's the case here, but it will be a notable bottom. We'll decline into it, and it'll be a notable bottom. Looks like probably after some volatility throughout the month, towards the end of the month, we decline pretty steeply. Into what appears to be our first prominent low for the year. On the cusp of January, February. Behavior into the February high. There's a rally that offers an opportunity to open up, a notable opportunity to open up protection, and we have multiple headwinds pushing Dogecoin lower. Probably a resistance level that's pretty strong. We'll bump up against it, but we're not able to break through, and that's in early February. Early February looks like we revisit a low that was recently a past opportunity when we have a period of sideways rotation and a sharp dip in that period of sideways rotation. So it looks like that low on the cusp of January, February is like a revisiting.
What are you doing, little guy? You're a little troublemaker, Griffin. You're a good kitty, though. You're a good kitty.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, what you doing?
Oh, you're too much. You know, you're too much. You just want to be held. So there's a notable move from the prominent high in January to a prominent low in February, and that's where we're that prominent low, like right there in the first week probably of February, give or take a couple weeks there, but probably the first week of February is where we have this revisiting of a support level that we probably saw. Well, we very likely saw it as the January low or just at the end of the year of 2022, and we kind of like have this bottom of a range here. We revisit that support level, so we should understand that when we come into this low, it'll bring us to a support level that was recently a past opportunity. That'll help with determining where that price level is going to be, and then it looks like we rally out of that low that we see early in the month of February to a crest mid-February. And that's where that rally offers an opportunity to open up a short position. We have a key resistance level highlighted towards the end of February. I'm advised to open up protection there. So it looks like mid to late February is where I'd want to open up some protection. We have between February, like the end of February and March, we have a notable move. The cat is playing with my mouse. You're too much. We have a decline off of that resistance level towards the end, mid to late February. There's a decline off of that, and then out of that decline in March, there's a notable move higher from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. The March high The March high is likely the top, like the same top of the range as January, February. But we declined pretty sharply off of that March high. The month's high for March, I should say. There's a correlation to the Ace of Cups there, so a notable decline off of that high, and in that decline there's an opportunity to open up a long position. We'll get into that a bit more in the paid version. So notable decline, matter of fact, I think so there's that notable decline at the, like, between February and March, that we have this move higher out of it from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. It looks like probably the high at the March high is at the end of the month of March. So we have like this decline into early March, advised to open up some protection at that resistance level in February, and then in the midst of that decline there's sideways fluctuation out of the low with a bullish trend, but it precedes a decline. Looks like probably that sideways fluctuation with the bullish trend I don't think that there's a notable decline here at the end of March, matter of factly. I think this rally out of the March low takes us matter of fact, I think it's a pretty big move towards the end of the month. So we like fall from a March high early in the month, decline to a month's low towards the end of the month, and out of that we have this big move higher, pushing the upper end of a range higher, or excuse me, from the bottom of a range to the top of a range, not necessarily pushing the upper end of a range higher, but it's a big move out of a decline from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range. And then we have the government highlighted towards the end of March. Government or a male leader of nations, but most likely government's highlighted, something to do with the government that impacts Dogecoin here on the cusp of March and April. In April, early April, there's a big move higher. It'll stand on a one-year chart that offers an opportunity to open up a short position again. We'll get into the specifics of the trades at the end of the video of the paid version. But the April month's high is important. It's a significant technical price level. It'll stand out on a multi-year chart, not just a one-year chart. I'm advised to be cautious towards the end of the month. There's quite a bit of trades going on in April, but I'm advised to be cautious towards the end of the month of April. We have multiple false bottoms in the end of April. And it looks like the April low is also a key, it was a key resistance level. Matter of fact, yeah. So the April low was a key resistance level. That's what's going on here with this peace card in the low position, and also this is a resistance room, at least in this positioning. So we've got that correlation to the Ace of Swords again here in April's high as well. So an important price level. It may be the same price level as we see in January. Yeah, it looks like it probably is. And then in early May, we have a move higher through resistance, followed by a decline, full retracement, and a decline back down through that same price level shortly thereafter. A notable move lower off of the May month's high, a move lower through multiple support levels, and it looks like probably the month's highs towards mid to end of the month of May, and the decline takes us into a June low. The high for May takes us within close time proximity, takes us to a June low. It looks like Congress is highlighted around the June low. It's also a prominent low for the year. No barking, Hermes. The May month's low forms in a period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher, and it looks like that fast sudden move higher that fast sudden move higher becomes a bit of a bullish kind of move where we're bumping along resistance towards the end of the month of May, and mid part of the month or end of May, somewhere in there, and then from there we decline through multiple support levels down to a low in June, a prominent low for the month in June. In early June, there's a move higher followed by a full retracement of that move. It'll make like a triangular kind of shape on the chart, and it'll be a prominent move higher and a prominent move lower. There's also a significant fake out, shake out around the June high, and maybe that it appears like we're going to break through that key resistance level, because we have this correlation here in the yellow to the Ace of Swords again. And then towards the end of the month, well, whatever it is, but the high is going to contain within it an intentional fake out, shake out, or a triggering falsely of an indicator, and it's all intended to create impulsive decisions on the part of retail investors. And then towards the end of the month of June, we have 3 pokes through the same price level followed by a sharp decline, or I should say 3 pokes through the same resistance level followed by a sharp decline to it looks like that prominent low is probably towards the end of the month of June. There also may be a holding pattern with a pop or drop kind of thing going on near the June low. All right, so we have somewhere between the end of June and early July, we do have a move to the upside because we have an overbought crest or peak that we sell off from. Also correlations to important resistance there as well. And this will be a notable move on the July high, which will be a prominent high for the year. Within like the first 2 weeks within the first 2 weeks of July, we sell off from that and into looks like the decline into the July low is notable increases with momentum moving into the low, but then there's a beginning of a rally. There's a beginning of a rally that commences towards the end of July or into early August. A prominent low that we come out of, it looks like. So that decline probably takes us, the decline in July off of the high probably takes us, increases with the momentum and takes us into a low, a prominent low for the year there in early August, where we have this big move out of that prominent low to reach for a resistance level, a key resistance level on a 1 year chart about mid-August. Also a prominent high for the year. And it looks like there's a significant amount of price movement to reach that prominent high there, mid to late August. I'm advised to open up some protection there. There's a notable decline off of that peak or crest that we have there, and it's a quick peak that'll stand out prominently on a 1 year chart, and it'll be easily missed. Followed by a decline through multiple support levels that takes us into a most likely what will be the lowest low for the year, in the low of September, towards the early part of September, where we have we may also have a lowest low somewhere around like May, June. It's possible, but the highest probability is here. There's a notable decline. You see we have the unicursal here that takes us into this low off of the high, and so there's a good cash out opportunity on the short side there. There's a good cash out opportunity on the short side there. And it looks like we rally into, there's like a fast sudden, well, first off, so the decline out of the high that we have in August into the lowest low, most likely probable place of the lowest low in September, early in like the first 2 weeks of September, most likely. Cash out opportunities after we decline through a support level and meet another support level, and then we rotate sideways along that support level. Out of that lowest, most likely location of the lowest low there in September, towards the end of the month, we have this, we have some erratic behavior, like towards the end of the month of September and into early October. There's a sideways S formation it forms a pattern that forms within like a channel. It's either horizontal resistance and support or like a bearish diagonal resistance and support, and it does a decline from resistance to support, full retracement back to resistance, full retracement back to support, and that's combined with this erratic behavior, this pleasure card, this erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. In the midst of that erratic behavior, there's a point at which we revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity. My sense is that's likely the same price level. There's a U-shaped dip around the month's high for October, and then notable decline through multiple support levels to reach the October low. It looks like probably another highly likely location of a lowest low here, most likely revisit the low here. But then there's this big move. Yeah, there's this big move here. It's an unexpected move out of the lowest low to reach a prominent high or crest there. And it's like somewhere towards the end of September, very early in October. We have a pretty significant decline in October to reach the lowest low point again. Around probably mid-October. And then again, another notably unexpected move higher to reach a prominent high for the year in November, like towards the end of October into November, like probably the first or second week of November, where we have this move higher through resistance. It'll probably be a new high based on the abundance card. We have this move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level. And the high, that high also, the rally into that is halted by a decline through an important support level on a 1 year scale kind of deal, with a prominent reversal. There's a prominent reversal towards the end of November. So from that prominent high in early November, we have a decline to and through multiple support levels. We bounce around to and through a support level, meet another support level. We bounce around that support level for a bit sideways, and then we break down through multiple support levels to reach the November month's low. That decline offers an opportunity to open up a long position again. I'll get into that in the trade portion of the paid version, but there's a notable reversal there towards the end of the month of November, bringing us to some notable price swings and another prominent resistance, prominent high there early in the month of December. I'm advised to open up protection there, and we have 3 crisscrosses through the same price level, confirming a bullish trend towards the end of the month of December. Early in 2024, the sneak preview card is a breakout, but there's also a point at which we're rotating sideways along a key support level on a 1 year chart, and it's a prominent low. Might even be a lower low than the low that we see in June. Let's see about that. No, it's not a lower low. Stay tuned. We're going to get into the Q&A portion of Dogecoin, and I'll be right with you. All right, guys, so some quick Q&A, and also for those of you that are interested, we have the shuffle file for Dogecoin 2023's 1 year was created on December 16th, 2022, 10:21 p.m. That's this file right here. This is the Dogecoin 1 year overview reading for the year of 2023. It's currently December 16th, 2022, approximately 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Doge is currently 77 cents at the time of this reading. All right, so Is Dogecoin's highest price level of 2023 taking place in January of 2023? Yes. Is Dogecoin's highest price level of 2023 occurring in more than 1 month of the year 2023? Yes. Does Dogecoin's highest price level of 2023 form in, or do we reach Dogecoin's highest price level of 2023 in August of 2023? Yes. I get that Ace of Discs right after I get that Princess of Discs, so right there is going to be a notable highest high there. Do we reach Dogecoin's highest price level of 2023 in September of 2023? No. Do we reach Dogecoin's highest price level of 2023 in October of 2023? No. Do we reach Dogecoin's highest price level of 2023 in November of 2023? Yes. Do we reach Dogecoin's highest price level of 2023 in December of 2023? Yes. Alright, so let me just notate a couple things here. January. Do we reach Dogecoin's highest price level of 2023 in July of 2023? No. Okay. Do we reach Dogecoin's lowest price level of 2023 in September of 2023? Yes. Do we reach Dogecoin's lowest price level of 2023 in more than 1 month of 2023? Yes. Do we reach Dogecoin's lowest price level of 2023 in October of 2023? Yes. Where else might it be? Do we reach Dogecoin's lowest price level of 2023 in June of 2023? Yes. Do we reach Dogecoin's lowest price level of 2023 in February of 2023? No. Let's see. Do we reach Dogecoin's lowest price level of 2023 in April of 2023? Yes. Do we see a lower price level for Dogecoin in 2024 than our lowest price level of Dogecoin in the year of 2023? Maybe. So it looks like we see the same lowest low in 2024. Do we see the same lowest low in 2024 that we see as the lowest low price level in 2023. Yes. All right, guys, that's Dogecoin for the year 2023. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, my friends. Support the channel, support the universe. Pay it forward, pay it backwards. Make sure whatever you pay it into, you do it out of love, and the universe will send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.